Welcome to today's pint-sized 10-over one-day exhibition match. I'm Mark Nicholas and I'm thrilled to be here to bring you today's broadcast of the cricket. We're bound to see some powerful hitting. This isn't a game for the faint-hearted. Difficult decision upon winning the toss here. The temptation is to bat first because the overhead conditions are ideal. It's a lovely sunny day. Having said that, it's an extraordinarily wet pitch. I think the water must have seeped under the covers overnight, and that'll make it difficult to play strokes. Well, now that's an interesting decision to bat first. There's an argument that says you should have bowled here. There's plenty of moisture at the surface. I reckon it'll nip around off the seam. Cloud cover, it could swing too. Difficult conditions. This will need every ounce of technique for the batsman.
Run.
They don't come much straighter than that. The full face of the bat met the ball and that thing raced back past the bowler.
Yeah.
Hit straight to a fielder. Hit straight to a fielder. There's the umpire's signal, no ball.
Yeah.
Well, that's found the gap in the field. There's just one there.
Run.
Tucked away quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Just one run. Oh, well taken.
Would you believe it? He's picked the fielder out perfectly. Oh, that's a long walk back when you failed.
That gets away. Play it away with comfort. There's just one there. Out, caught.
An early wicket like that puts such pressure on the batting side.
Let's take a look at that in. He was beaten all ends up by that one.
Oh, the bowler's made a terrible mess of the stumps.
He's gone for a duck.
Out first ball. He could pick up on the phone call he just put down.
We can have a look at.
The bowling side are now allowed more players outside the ring as the fielding restrictions have been lifted.
Hit straight to a fielder. In the air and gone.
Brilliantly taken by the fielder. Brilliant. He's backed up the bowler at a time when it was most needed.
Let's
Run.
He's got it into the gap. Just one run.
Run.
Flick down to fine leg.
Yeah.
There's just one there. Oh, comprehensively bowled.
Well, he just got everything wrong and played all around a pretty straight ball.
We can have a look at that again. And the end of the over. Steered expertly into the gap. He's worked that into the gap. Just one run.
Run.
Doesn't need to play at those. That's been given as a wide.
Yeah.
Well, he hardly seemed to hit it, and it's 6.
That is a glorious stroke. And we have a change of bowling.
Run.
Played into the gap. There's just one there.
Yeah.
Just one run. No need for him to play at those. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. That's good judgment. No need to play at that. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Comfortably taken, no worries.
Lazy. That's the truth, and he'll regret it when he sees the replay.
We can have a hit straight to a fielder.
Yeah.
Just one run. We're about to see a change in the bowling. Just one run. Hit straight to a fielder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely shot, lovely shot. It raced to the fence for 4.
And the end of the over. hardly seemed to hit that, yet it sailed over the ropes.
Don't even bother chasing that. That's away into the bleachers.
Steered expertly into the gap. Just one run.
Yeah.
Exciting, exciting player. There's risk in that stroke, but it is maximum.
Yeah.
Marvellous stuff. Great catch.
Well taken, well taken. You know, he never looked like missing it. That's a vital wicket, and of course the tail is exposed. You can't set fields for a shot like that. Brilliant!
He's worked that into the gap. Out, he's caught him.
That's not a great stroke. It's almost as if he lost concentration.
We can have a look at. That's edged and out. That flew off the edge, but he managed to get a hand to it, and it stuck.
Now have a look at this again. That is a good example of how to take a catch.
He's gone for a duck.
Well, the scorers haven't had to do much with that innings.
Out.
Straight down the fielder's throat. That's incredible. Straight down his throat. He didn't have to move an inch. Welcome back. You could cut the tension with a knife here. It's been a riveting contest so far. Here with the start of the second innings is Richie Benno.
Thanks, Mark. Welcome back to the cricket ground for this next session of play. There should be some runs here. Just one run. That must have hurt. He looks to be in a little bit of trouble out there.
Oh, the bowler won't like that. This is exciting stuff.
Wait. Yep.
Marvellous stuff. That was well held. It was in the air a long time.
An early wicket is something you strive for. You have your team meetings, you prepare all morning. That will put pressure back on the batsman.
This was how the wicket...
Run.
Super catch. That was really well judged. It went a long way up.
Well, that was moving pretty quickly. He actually did pretty well to cling on to it. It's been a world-class piece of bowling out there today.
We can have a look at...
Run.
The sweeper picks up. Just one run.
Waiting.
Huge! That is huge!
We can have a look.
Wait.
That was a mighty hit.
It doesn't matter if it's in the air when you hit it that far.
Waiting.
He has smashed that a long, long way. That is great to watch for the neutral, not so good for the bowler.
Yeah.
They've turned that into two. That's good running.
The batsman will have to reassess the field now that those fielding restrictions have been lifted. Remember, 5 players can be outside the ring.
Waiting. Run.
And there's a fielder under it.
It took an age to come down. It came down with snow on it.
Let's... Hit straight to a fielder. Got him. Yes, he's out. That was a big deflection, no doubt about it.
Waiting.
Effortless, brilliant, and maximum.
Hit straight to a fielder.
Wait.
And that is an impressive shot.
Great strike. Great strike. 6 from the moment he hit it.
Hit straight to a fielder. Hit straight to a fielder.
Wait.
Never mind the fielder, the bloke in row 10's got the best chance of catching that.
Wait.
Oh, and the bowler can't believe it. That's out of the ground. Maximum.
Tucked off his legs. Hit straight to a fielder. That's the end of the 5th over. Well held.
Would you believe it? He's picked the fielder out perfectly.
Let's take a
Waiting!
That is massive. The straight drive is his favourite stroke. We know that, they should know that, and it shows.
He smashed that right out of the ground.
And they've wrapped up this limited overs fixture with a great win. They came into the game well prepared and ready to produce the goods, and that's exactly what they did. It's goodbye from Richie and from me, Mark Nicholas. We bid you farewell and hope you'll join us in the future.